طبعا خير.
صباح الخير دكتور.
اوكي. احنا الاسبوع الماضي تقريبا كله بدأنا نحكي عن the Greek mythology. وحكينا a myth is a story that is ancient يعني قديمة and was part of the religion of those old civilizations. And during the classical period, the Greeks were famous for their mythology, and their myths have become part of the components المكونات يعني of Western civilization and of
دكتور بعد إذنك الصوت مش واضح كثير.
مش واضح؟
لا واطي ولا الصوت.
The Greeks composed a number of myths that have become part of the Western civilization and have become part also, a very important part of Western literature. We have to be introduced to those stories in order to understand not only classical literature or Greek literature, okay, but also we have to understand literature in general and human psychology and human culture and how humans see the universe. We said that the first group of the gods were forces of nature, like mountains and rivers and the earth. And then earth gives birth to Uranus, who is the sky, and Uranus becomes Earth or Gaia's husband. And from the union between Uranus and Gaia, we have the monsters, who are the Cyclops and the Hecatoncres, and we have the 12 Titans, 6 females, 6 Titans, and 6 Titanesses, yani female Titans. And the king of the Titans, who saved them from Tartarus, his name is Kronos, or Saturn. He married his sister Rhea, and from the union of Rhea and the Kronos, we have the Olympians. The Olympians defeated the Titans in the Titanomachy, or the Battle of the Titans, and Zeus have become the king of the Titans, the Olympians. Now, the Olympians are very important in literature because they are the last generation of the Greek gods and the Roman gods. يعني الرومان كمان أخذوا الآلهة هذول من الإغريق. We said that Zeus is the king of the gods, and Zeus has married his sister Hera, or Juno, and from the marriage of Zeus and Hera, we have Hephaestus, or Vulcan, and we have Ares, or Mars. Hephaestus became the blacksmith of the gods. He invented weapons for them. And we have Mars, who became the god of war of the gods. And then we have the incredible story of the birth of Athena. Okay, her mother is a Titaness called Metis, and she was born a full grown woman, امرأة كبيرة يعني ناضجة, out of the head of Zeus. She has become the goddess of wisdom. And we said that Athena is a very, very strong goddess. Then we have the Zeus's relationship with Leto produced the most famous twins in Greek mythology, اللي هم Artemis or Diana, and Diana became the protector of girls. هي حامية الفتيات. Okay, she's a very famous goddess. And then we have Apollo. Apollo may be the strongest god in Greek mythology after Apollo. He's the god of the sun. Okay, he's the god of light. He's the god of philosophy. He's the god of poetry. He's the god of medicine. He's the god of science. A very strong god. Then we said that also Zeus has a love relationship with his sister Demeter, and from that relationship, Demeter and Zeus has a daughter. Her name is Persephone. We said that some of the Titans joined the Olympians in the battle of Titanomachy. Okay, those Titans were the two brothers, Epimetheus and Prometheus. And Zeus has many love relationships with those Titanesses, okay, like his love relationship with the Titaness Diana, which resulted in the most beautiful goddess ever. She is the goddess of love. Her name is Venus or Aphrodite. And also with the goddess Maya, he has a son called Hermes or Mercury, and he is the messenger of Zeus between the gods and the humans. Okay. Any questions till now? Any questions? Okay. There are many fascinating stories in the Greek mythology. Let's discuss some of them. We have the story of Persephone and Hades. We said that Zeus and his two brothers, they have divided the universe between them. Zeus became the god of the sky and the king of the gods, and Poseidon or Neptune becomes the king or the god of the seas and oceans. And then we have Hades, who has become the god of the underworld. What is the underworld in the Greek mythology? The underworld in the Greek mythology is where the place where the dead bodies of the Greeks go at the end of their life. The Greeks believe that there is life after death, and that when a human being dies, his soul or her soul goes to Hades, which is the underworld. بتروح للعالم السفلي. And there is a river that divides the world of the living from the world of the dead. في نهر بقسم عالم الأحياء عن عالم الأموات اسمه the Styx River, or the river of forgetfulness, نهر النسيان. Okay. شو ماله هاي النهر؟ يعني when someone dies, the Greek believed that the soul goes and stands on the bank of that river. الروح بتروح وبتقف على شط النهر هاي. And the soul has to cross to the underworld. Now, how can the soul cross this river? There is a god, his name is Charon. في إله اسمه كارون. كارون is the ferryman. فيري معناها عبارة، السفينة اللي بتنقل الناس من جهة لجهة في بحر أو نهر. He is the ferryman. He has a boat. عنده قارب هذا كارون. Now, the Karen wants wants the soul to pay him for transferring her to the other bank of the river. بده حدا يدفع له فلوس. لذلك في تقليد اذا بتشوفوا بالافلام الغربيه عند الايطاليين وكثير يعني بالحضاره انه بحطوا للميت 2 coins، قطعتين قروش على عينه. هاي من الاصول الاغريقيه انه when the dead awakens the soul will take the money and they will pay it to Charon the ferryman. Once you pay Charon, you can jump in his boat and he will take you to the other side of the river. There, if you are a good human being, إذا كنت إنسان كويس فاضل, if you are a good human being, okay, you will go and live in the underworld as a shadow. بتعيش بالعالم السفلي نفس حياتك هاي، بس بتصير زي كأنك ظل, as a spirit, as a shadow. And the underworld is not يعني a beautiful place ترى. Okay, it's a shadowy place, عالم مظلم دائما, where shadows walk in that dark, relatively dark place. عالم مظلم يعني هيك شوية. If you are evil, إذا كنت شرير, there is a monster that waits you in the underworld. في عالم, في وحش بنتظرك بالعالم السفلي هناك اسمه سيربرس. سيربرس أو كيربرس الإغريق ممكن كانوا يرفضوها. Cerberus is a huge, big dog, 3-headed dog, okay, 3-headed dog. كلب له 3 رؤوس with the 3 tails. Each tail is a snake. وله 3 ذيول, كل ذيل عبارة عن أفعى حية. If you are evil, Cerberus will attack you, بهجم عليك Cerberus, and will drag you, بجرك to hell, بجرك لمكان الجحيم مشان تتعذب هناك بجهنم. طيب, who goes to paradise؟ مين بيروح للجنة؟ paradise معناها الفردوس, الجنة. الجنة بالأساطير الإغريقية is called Elysium. Elysium, okay, is paradise in Greek mythology. The name of paradise, اسم الجنة بالأساطير الإغريقية is Elysium. Okay, Elysium is a beautiful green island, جزيرة جميلة جدا. Okay, is a beautiful green island where the souls of the heroes, only the heroes, بس الأبطال, go to Elysium. بس الأبطال بروحوا على الجنة. If you are an ordinary human being, مثلنا هبيل ضايع بهالحياة, you become a shadow and you live in the underworld. If you are evil, إذا أنك شرير, Cerberus will attack you and will drag you to hell. Cerberus هذا الوحش بهجم عليك وبجرك على جهنم. If you are a hero, you go to Elysium, which is the paradise in the Greek mythology. سامعيني؟ Are we still online?
Yes, دكتور.
Okay. So العالم, الحياة الأخرى تتكون من عند الإغريق من 3 أماكن, اللي هي the underworld, which is a shadowy place, عالم من الظلال. Ordinary human beings go and continue their life there. Now, if you are evil, you will be attacked by Cerberus, هذا الوحش الكبير العملاق, and you will be eaten and dragged to hell, بجرك للجنة. If you are a great hero, إذا أنك بطل عظيم, you will be taken to Elysium, which is this beautiful green islands. Only heroes enter paradise in the Greek mythology. بس الأبطال بدخلوا الجنة بالأساطير الإغريقية. لحسن حظنا اللي ما احنا إغريق ولا ما حدا بروح. Okay. Now, who is the god of the underworld? It's Pluto, صح? Pluto is the god of the underworld, or Hades. وهيديز وبلوتو was bored in the underworld. كان زهقان بالعالم السفلي. He hated that he has become the god of the underworld. حتى كثير هو كان يعتقد انه his two brothers يعني tricked him, خدعوه انه that they live above earth and he lives down there. هو عايش تحت. Because he was sad and lonely in the underworld. One day while he was walking up in the earth, كان يوم من الأيام ماشي بالأرض, he meets this girl, Persephone. بقابل هاي الفتاة Persephone. And he falls in love with her. Okay, he starts to love her. And he wants Persephone to come with him to the underworld to become his wife. But the underworld is not a very beautiful place. So he tricks Persephone, بيخدع Persephone. يقول له, would you like to come and see the underworld? And Persephone حابة تكتشف شو الأندرورلد. يقول له, yes, I would like to go with you to the underworld. So she goes with Hades to the underworld, and there she walks with Hades, and after some time she becomes hungry, بتجوع Persephone, and Hades takes a pomegranate. Do you know what's a pomegranate? Pomegranate يعني رمانة. Okay. He opens a pomegranate to her. بيفتح لها رمانة, and she eats from the pomegranate. She does not know, Persephone does not know, that if you eat anything in the underworld, you have to stay there. إذا بتأكل أي شيء من العالم السفلي لازم تظل هناك. Now she has to stay there, and Persephone cannot go out of the underworld, and she becomes Hades or Pluto's wife. Finally, Pluto has someone to speak to talk to, and to love. Okay, but who becomes sad? مين بيحزن? She wants her daughter. She misses her daughter, اللي هي Demeter, أمها. Demeter becomes sad. And Demeter, we said, is the goddess of plants. هي إلهة النباتات. She is the goddess of agriculture. هي إلهة الزراعة. So once her daughter stays in the underworld, كيف لما أختك تتجوز وتروح بعيدة عنكم وأمك بتسوي لنا إياها إنها شغلة ضخمة كاينة أختك وبتحزن عليها, ولو إنها عنا يا الله كانت معبية الدار وهي أمك أنت وياها كانت هوش, هذول نفس الشيء. Okay, so Demeter becomes sad. Gradually she does not take care of the plants of earth, and gradually earth becomes dead. شوي شوي بتبدأ تموت النباتات بالأرض, والأرض becomes a great desert. الأرض بتصير شوي شوي صحراء. Zeus is afraid that earth is becoming dead. إنه الأرض صارت تموت, ما فيها زراعة ولا نباتات ولا شيء. He goes to Hades, بيروح على Hades, and he convinces Pluto, بقنع بلوتو أخوه إنه to let Persephone visit her mother 3 times every year, 3 months every year. وبقنع زوس يقنع بلوتو إنه يترك Persephone تزور أمها 3 أشهر بالسنة. وهون الإغريق بيفسروا دورة الفصول بالسنة. ما عندهم كانت فكرة إنه إلها دخل بمحور الأرض وأي جهة بتقابل الشمس وكيف تدور الأرض حول الشمس, ما كانوا يعرفوا هاي الحقائق. لذلك when Persephone comes to visit her mother during the 3 months, mother Demeter is very happy, وفي عنا spring, بصير فصل الربيع. When she leaves her mother, الأم بعدها متذكرة بنتها ومبسوطة إنها كانت عندها, ببدأ الصيف. شوي شوي بعد الصيف Demeter starts to become sad and she misses her daughter. بيبدأ فصل الخريف. بعدين شوي شوي بتبدأ تحزن لدرجة كبيرة إنه بنتها مش هناك. بيبدأ فصل الشتاء. بعدين بترد تفرح. بيبدأ فصل الربيع إنه بنتها زارتها. This is the myth of Persephone and Hades. Is this clear? Okay. Also, Zeus has many stories with other women. Very famous stories like his شايفين this is Mount Olympus. ترى Mount Olympus is a real mount, يعني a geographical place in Greece, بلاد اليونان. جبل عالي يعني هو عليه ثلج. The Greeks thought that their gods live there, and because of that they are called the Olympians, because they live in Mount Olympus. Now, Zeus has many relationships with many women. Some of them are goddesses, okay, and some of them are mortals, فانيات. Offspring معناها نسل, okay. Zeus حكينا has a relationship with his sister Demeter, لهم الابن اسمه Persephone, with Diana, Venus, okay, with Leto, Apollo, okay, with Maya, Hermes, with Metis, Athena. هذول خلينا بعدين المواسم uses. And then other famous daughters of Zeus are the Moirae. الموراي are the fates. هذول الأقدار. They are 3 women. هن 3 نساء. هذول الفيتس. الأقدار. They are 3 women and they are weaving on the loom. Do you know what's a loom? اللوم اللي هو النول. النول اللي هو آلة هيك بنسجوا عليها البسط والسجاد, okay. The Moiraes اللي هن the fates, الأقدار. هذول they are 3 women weaving يعني بنسجن on the نول, on the loom, على النول. This is a loom, okay. A loom is a machine. هيو جهاز هيك شايفينه؟
لا دكتور.
Yes. This is a loom, okay. هيو بنسجوا عليه, بيسووا عليه بسط وسجاد. الآن طبعا صار إلكتروني. This is a very old loom. هيك كان شكله كان قديم. بيسووا عليه البسط والسجاد والملابس زمان كانوا. This is called a loom. Okay, الموريز or الفيتس هذول they would sit on the loom. بقعدين الثلاثة على هاي. when someone is born لما ينولد واحد they start to weave بيبدأ يخيطن the story of his life on a piece of cloth على قطعة قماش. when this person is dying لما يبدأ يموت هذا الشخص they start to unweave بيبدأ يحلن الخيطان خيط ورا الثاني with the last thread بس يسحبن آخر خيط that person dies. هيك كانوا يفكروا الإغريق إنه الأقدار إنه قصتنا من مرسومة من أول. أوكي بس تنتهي القصة بتبدأ تخلص. أوكي and who are the goddesses that are responsible for our fates? اسمهم the mores. Okay, the mores. Okay, or the fates. الأقدار. Now Zeus also has, Zeus is a womanizer حكينا. Zeus also has many relationships with mortal women مع نساء ثانيات. Okay, أحد أشهر قصصه okay with the daughter of Zeus and the princess of Tyre. زوس وله علاقة كان مع أميرة مدينة صور. تعرفوا وين مدينة صور هاي؟ هاي مدينة قديمة جدا في جنوب لبنان. Zeus one day when he was flying over Lebanon طاير فوق لبنان he sees this beautiful Lebanese woman. بشوف البنت اللبنانية شو هيدا بتركض بهالغابات وهاي okay and falls in love with her and he starts to watch her. ببدأ يراقبها and he discovers that this princess هاي الأميرة okay likes every morning to watch her father's herd. herd معناها قطيع of bulls. أبوها الملك تبع صور كان مشهور عنده قطيع ضخم من الثيران. bulls معناها ثيران. okay he has this huge great herd of bulls. Zeus can change his shape, so Zeus is a shape shifter. shape shifter يعني أي مخلوق بالأدب can change his shape. بيقدر assumes any shape he wants. بيقدر يأخذ أي شكل إنسان وحيوان اللي هو كان زوس. Okay. Zeus takes the shape of a huge big white bull. زوس بأخذ شكل ثور أبيض كبير ضخم. When this princess is astonished to see this big huge white bull تستغرب الأميرة أنها تشوف هذا الثور الأبيض الكبير. this white bull comes close to her ببدأ يقرب عليها. once she touches the bull بس تمسك الثور the bull puts her on his back. الثور بهجم عليها شو بشيلها بقرونه puts her on his back and he flies to the west with her وبطير فيها لجهة الغرب بخطفها وبنهزم فيها لجهة الغرب. احذروا شو اسم البنت هاي. البنت اسمها يوروبا ومنها اجى اسم قارة أوروبا. قارة أوروبا على اسم البنت اللي هي الأميرة تبعت صور اللي خطفها زوس على شكل ثور أبيض وانهزم فيها لجهة الغرب. الأرض اللي انهزم فيها زوس بأوروبا صار اسمها يورا أوروبا. Okay. Zeus has many relationships with many women. قصة مشهورة له كمان his relationship with Io. Zeus and Io. Io was a very beautiful girl, okay? And Zeus falls in love with her. وزوس يحبها كان. Every time Zeus comes from Mount Olympus to meet Io, he will create fog, بخلق ضباب, because he is afraid that his wife Hera is going to see him. هو خايف من زوجته هيرا انها تشوفه. وهيرا كانت مشهورة. She is very jealous. هاي غيورة جدا. هيرا كانت تغار على زوس. وزوس نسونجي وهي غيورة. وهيرا was very violent. وهيرا كانت عنيفة جدا. Okay, if she cannot kill Zeus, she cannot kill Zeus. لذلك هي كانت تقتل النساء اللي بحبهن زوس. Okay, so one day Hera suspects, Hera بتشك بزوس إنه why every time Zeus goes to that place there is fog. ليش كل محل بروح فيه زوس بصير فيه ضباب. So she follows Zeus. بتلحق مين؟ Zeus. Zeus sees Hera coming, so he transforms Io, بحول البنت Io into a cow. بحولها لبقرة. Okay? And he tells Hera, no, he was only, okay, taking care of this cow. And Hera says, okay, if this cow is very important to you, إذا هاي البقرة يعني بتهمك كثير, I will assign a guard to her. أنا بعين لها حارس. وبتطلب from one of the giants, بتطلب من واحد من العمالقة اسمه Argus, okay, to watch over this cow. إنه دير بالك على البقرة هاي. وArgus has 100 eyes. Argus كان له كم عين؟ 100 عين. And with his 100 eyes, he watched the cow everywhere she goes. And Zeus wants to meet Io, and he wants to save her and make her a woman again. So one day he brings wine to Argus. بيجيب خمر to Argus, إلى Argus. Argus is drunk. While Argus is drunk, he kills him. لما Argus يموت يسكر, he kills him and he saves Io and transforms her into a woman again. الأسطورة بتحكي لنا إنه آيو بتنهزم بالكرة الأرضية كلها, بتلفها, بتخاف من حيرة تلحقها. لذلك بأي محل بتمر منه بتعطيه اسم. لذلك في عندنا شيء اسمه بالجغرافيا هو البحر اللي بيفصل بين اليونان, اسمه the Ionian Sea, البحر الأيوني. في عندنا احنا مضيق البوسفور, البوسفورس, معناه بالإغريقي معبر البقرة. وكثير في أماكن جغرافية بالأرض إلها دخل بالبقرة هاي, قال منين مشيت. Okay. لما Argus is dead, Hera transforms him into a peacock. لما Argus يقتله زوس تلاقيه هيرا ميت, she transforms him into the peacock, بتحوله لطاووس. وانتبهوا لما الطاووس يفتح ذيله من وراء له زي كأنه 100 عين اللي هن عيون Argus. Okay, this is another famous story of Zeus and Io. Okay, Zeus also now sometimes Zeus falls in love with women, human women, and those women يعني give him children, بصير له أبناء. The children that are half humans and half gods okay, are called heroes or demigods. شو بنسميهم هذول الأبناء الانسان اللي نصه اله ونصه بشري، يا انه عمامه يا اخواله الهه او عمامه واخواله بشريين. بالاساطير الاغريقيه بسموهم هيروز الابطال، او ذا ديمي جادز انصاف الالهه. اوكي. احد one of the most famous heroes or demigods is Hercules. هرقل اذا سمعت فيه، هيركوليز او هيراكليز اسمه هو. Okay. Who is Hercules or Heracles? Okay. Hercules or Heracles is the son of Zeus. He's the son of Zeus and Alcmena. Zeus and Alcmena. Zeus falls in love with Alcmena. She is a human being. Okay. And Zeus and Alcmena gives birth to a baby boy. Alcmena تولد ولد صغير طفل. She calls him Heracles. وشايفين انتبهتوا لاسمه في من هيراكليز، يعني محبوب هيرا بالاغريقي. ليش سمته هيك؟ She knows that Hera is very jealous. هي بتعرف انه هيرا غيوره. وشي does not want Hera to hurt her. ما بدها هيرا تأذيها. لذلك لما ينولد الصغير بدها تتقرب من هيرا. اوكي. She calls the baby Heracles. بتسميه محبوب هيرا. بس هيرا حكينا is very jealous. When she knows about that قالت I will not kill Alcmena but I will kill the baby. كانت قاسية جدا هيرا. قالت أنا مش رايح أقتل ألسمينا، لا بدي أقتل الطفل الصغير وأخلي أمه تتعذب. So when the baby was only months old، يعني عمره يلا شهر شهرين، while the baby was sleeping in his bed، الطفل الصغير هذا نايم تحته. Okay. Hera sends a huge big python. Do you know what's a python? Python يعني حنيش، حية كبيرة ضخمة. A huge big python to eat the baby. The mother was يعني doing her work. Alcmena was working with her in her chores. تشتغل بشغل البيت. وكانت سامعين انه الولد الصغير يضحك البيبي يسولف. فجأة the baby is silent. When she comes she was very terrified to see what is happening. ترتعب لما تشوف المنظر. She sees this huge big python wraps itself around the baby. شافت هذا الحنيش الكبير لف حاله على الطفل الصغير. And the python opens its mouth. بيفتح البايثون ثم wants to swallow the baby. بده يبلع الطفل. بس the baby takes So we were talking about the myth of Zeus and Alcmene and their son Hercules, or Heracles. And we said that Alcmene called him Heracles, thinking that this is going to prevent Hera from hurting them. But Hera sends a huge big python to eat Heracles. And Heracles is still a baby, months old, and the python was wrapping itself around the baby and opens its mouth to swallow him, but the baby takes the python from its jaws, basically python من فكه, and tears it apart وبمزع الأفعى الكبيرة الضخمة هاي لنصين. Okay, and this baby becomes the greatest hero in Greek mythology. هذا أعظم بطل بالأساطير الإغريقية اللي هو هرقل. However, Hera does not leave Hercules for himself. ما بتتركه لحاله. Hercules grows up to become very strong and he marries a woman. One night, while he was sleeping, لما كان نايم, he starts to dream that monsters are attacking him. بيبدأ يحلم إنه في وحوش قاعدة تهجم عليه. And he takes his sword and he starts to kill the monsters one by one. بيبدأ يقتل هاي الوحوش واحد ورا الثاني. When he wakes up, he discovers that he has killed his wife and children. لما يصحى بيكتشف إنه قتل زوجته وأولاده. And this dream or nightmare, هذا الكابوس اللي جابه, was brought to him by Hera herself. Hera أرسلت هذا الكابوس. لما يصحى بيلاقي إنه قتل زوجته وأولاده. And Zeus wants to punish him. Zeus بده يعاقبه لأنه ارتكب هاي جريمة القتل. But he knows the truth. لكن هو بيعرف الحقيقة Zeus. But he said to him, if you want forgiveness, إذا بدك أنت نغفر لك, you have to do 12 heroic acts. لازم تقوم ب 12 عمل بطولي. Those are in Greek mythology and in literature بالأساطير الإغريقية وبالأدب اسمهن Hercules 12 heroic labors. 12 عمل البطولي لهرقل وكلهن أعمال بطولية صعبة يعني. At the end, Hercules do the 12 heroic labors. When he dies, he becomes a god. هذول الهيروز they are very powerful. الهيروز هذول أبوهم إله وأمهم بشرية أو أمهم إله وأبوهم بشري أقوياء جسديا. They are physically powerful but they are mortals ولكنهم فانيين. This is the famous story of Hercules. Other gods and goddesses have also other stories with the humans and with themselves. Venus, who is the love, who is the goddess of love and beauty. فينس بدناش نيجي بأعراض الآلهة على حل شعراتها دايرة كانت ولا هي سائلة بشيء. اوكي، وفينس إلها طاش ليل نهار، وأي واحد بتشوفه بتحبه، إلهة الحب والجمال ومزيونة وحلوة وهاي. وجازوس قال يا جماعة والله فضحتنا هالبنت هاي بين الآلهة، شو بدنا نسوي فيها؟ So he forces her to marry Vulcan. She marries, okay, Vulcan. تذكروا فولكان الإله the blacksmith الحداد. okay. Vulcan was ugly. Vulcan كان إله بشع. He has a hunchback، كان أحدب and he limbs وبعرج هيك يجروا. وفينوس was very beautiful and she hates Vulcan، وهي تكره Vulcan and she has a love relationship with his brother Mars. كانت لها علاقة مع أخوه مارس إله الحرب. ومن علاقتها هي ومارس she gives birth to a baby اسمه كيوبيد. بخلفوا ولد اسمه كيوبيد. ودائما انتم بس تحتفلوا بالفالنتاين بتجيبوا صورة تمثال هيك صغير، بوبو صغير شايل قوس وسهم وله جنحان بضرب، هذا إله الحب. Cupid, like his father, he has bows and arrows. He has a bow قوس, and arrows يعني سهام. But unlike his father, when he shoots with his bow and arrows, he does not kill. ما بقتل مثل أبوه بالقوس والسهام. Like his mother, he causes love. لذلك احنا دائما نرسم قلب حب وفي سهم. This is the arrow of a Cupid, سهم Cupid. وكيوبيد كان عنده نوعين من السهام. Okay, the golden arrows, if he shoots you with a golden arrow، إذا بضربك بالسهم الذهبي تبعه، you fall in love, you start to love the other person. If he shoots you with his iron arrow، إذا بضربك بالسهم الحديدي تبعه، you start to hate the other person، بتبدأ تكره الإنسان الثاني. Okay, so this is Cupid. Cupid is the son of Venus and Mars. Like his father, he has a bow and an arrow, مثل أبوه, but he does not kill with them. Like his mother, he causes love. هو بسبب الحب. Venus also has another famous story, the story of Venus and Adonis. قصة Venus and Adonis. Venus one day while she was flying over Lebanon فوق لبنان وتشوف الشاب اللبناني الحلو اسمه Adonis. She falls in love with Adonis. She comes to Adonis and she tells him, I am Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, and I love you. And Adonis does not care for that. Adonis ما بيهتم. He says, I only care for one thing. I care for hunting. هو بيحب الصيد. One day, Adonis goes to hunt and he meets a wild boar. تعرف شو البور؟ الخنزير البري، وهذا مخلوق متوحش كبير. Adonis shoots the boar, but he misses the boar. The boar attacks Adonis and kills him. Venus sees Adonis. She wants to save her lover. بدها تنقذ عشيقها. She carries him. Okay, and she wants to take him to Mount Olympus. Maybe they can save him. وبتطير فوق لبنان، فلسطين، الأردن، سوريا، وبتروح في بلاد اليونان. Wherever, okay, Adonis bleeds. وين ما ينزف Adonis دمه بيطلع ورد الدحنون. لذلك بيطلع الدحنون ببلادنا احنا، هاي الأسطورة هيك. Of course she couldn't leave him, save him, and he dies. Okay. طبعا كلها قصص رمزية هاي كلياتها. Any questions? Any questions? Is that okay? في قصة مثلا أبولو falls in love Apollo falls in love with a girl. Her name is Daphne. Daphne does not want Apollo, and she escapes from Apollo, and she calls for Zeus to help her. And Zeus, he helps her. He transforms her, بحولها into a tree, the laurel tree, شجرة الغار. اوكي، بتصير هي شجرة غار. لذلك دائما أبولو قد ما كان يحبها بلابس غصن غار على راسه. اوكي، those are the stories of the gods and the goddesses. يعني احنا لازم نعرفهن، لأنه بدنا when we start to read from Greek literature we have to know such stories. Any questions? Any questions?
دكتور هيك بنكون خلصنا الجريك ميثولوجي.
مش سامعك، علي صوتك.
هيك بنكون خلصنا جريك ميثولوجي.
شو؟ علي صوتك. شو يا ماما؟
سألتك إذا هيك
بنكون
خلصنا
خلصنا.
الجريك.
إذا هيك إيش؟
نكون خلصنا الجريك ميثولوجي.
تأملي أنت دائما عايشة في عالم الأحلام الوردية.
لا قصدي يعني في ضل كمان بدنا ندرس.
لا كيف؟ أنا مدفوع لي راتب مشان أعقد حياتكم ترى.
لا مش هيك.
انتوا بتخربطوا بيني وبين امكم اللي دورها انها تسهل عليك حياتك، انا دوري اني اعقدها. بعد احنا هاي كلها مقدمه، بدنا ناخذ شيء اللي كانوا مشهورين فيه الاغريق اللي هو احنا بنسميه epic poetry، شعر الملاحم. Do you know what's an epic poem? An epic poem